This guide will walk you through the process of how to e-file a plaintiff's claim in order to go to small claims court and process serving orders at the same time. Click on Place an Order. Navigate to select. Choose e-filing from the drop-down menu. Now select what county that the filing will be placed in. We've chosen the County of Alameda from the drop-down menu. Next, we will choose Case Initiation because this is a new case filing. If this was an existing case, then we would have chosen Subsequent Filing. Click on the Yes field to serve the documents after filing. You will see that the Service of Process fields will now populate to be filled out. Select the number of parties to be served from the drop-down menu. You can have a maximum of 15 services per order. For more than that, you will need to place another order. Enter the first party's name. Next, the second party's to be served name. Now choose the appropriate capacity. In this case, we are serving a person, so individual is the correct choice. We again choose individual for the second service but have the options for association or partnership, authorized person, business organization form unknown, corporation, defunct corporation, estate, fictitious, business name, individual, joint stock company, association, minor, occupant prejudgment claims, public entity, sole proprietorship, trust. If all the parties will be served at the same address, then check this box. Now click on the Next button to move on to the following tab. Enter the case title here. This will normally be the first plaintiff versus the first defendant. If there are more than one place at all after the names, this lets the court know there are more entities in the case that are not shown. Now, we will choose the case category from the drop-down menu. This is the type of case you are filing with the court. We have chosen small claims for this example. Next is the case type. We've again chosen small claims, choosing the proper dollar amount for our case in this example. Enter the appropriate zip code in order to ensure you are in the correct court jurisdiction. This is normally where the defendant is located, where the contract was entered into, or where the damages took place at. It now populates the additional case information box to add more case information that the court may need. Fill out only what is needed for your specific case filing. For instance, we need to enter the dollar amount we are suing for. But you may have needed to check the more than 12 claims box if you have filed more than 12 small claims cases in the last 12 months, or the out-of-county box if the defendant is located in a different county than where the court is located, if those applied to your filing. Now we enter the premises address. This confirms the jurisdiction to the court that we have chosen correctly. Enter the street address. The city. Choose the correct state from the drop-down menu. California small claims papers can only be used for cases inside of California. Lastly, enter the zip code. And finally, click the Next button. Now, we click the Add Party button. We choose if the plaintiff is a business organization or a person. And then choose the role. The plaintiff generally goes first. We chose plaintiff. Now, enter the first name, the middle name if used, the last name next. Click on any of the checkboxes that you need to for your case. We've clicked on Self-Represented. This means we don't have an attorney. We now enter the plaintiff's street address, the city. Choose the state from the drop-down menu. Enter the zip code, the phone number, and enter the email address. Check the lead client box if you are on the side of the plaintiff. Enter a billing code. If you are an attorney, this would be your internal file number. If you are pro per, we recommend putting the other party's name or invoice number here. This will print on your documents and show in your status emails. Now click the Save button. As you can see, the plaintiff has been added. If we had another plaintiff, we would follow the same process and enter them. Click on Add Party. We again see and need to choose the type of entity and the role they play in the case. This time we choose defendant. Please note that each role is a matching set. If there is a plaintiff, there must be a defendant. Enter the first defendant's first name, their middle name if used, their last name. Click on any of the checkboxes that are needed. Again, we check the self-represented box. Enter the defendant's street address, city. Choose the state again from the drop-down menu. Please note that California small claims papers generally cannot be served outside of California. The only exceptions are if the case involves an out-of-state landlord who owns property inside of California, or a car accident that took place inside of California with an out-of-state driver. Now enter the zip code and their phone number. Now their email address. If you don't know it, I like to use noemail@gmail.com. Now click the Save button. Now you see there is a plaintiff and a defendant, but we have a second defendant that needs to be entered into the case. Click on the Add Party button again and follow the same steps as before. Type and role. First name. Middle name if used. Last name. Fill out the checkboxes, second defendant's address and contact information, and then click the Save button to move on to the next step. Press the Next button to move on to the following tab. Now we are going to search for the document type and upload a PDF form of the signed documents. As you can see, if you type in the first word or two, it will give you drop-down choices to choose from. Choose the best and most likely option for your document title. Please be aware each individual court chooses what documents they want active and what you should upload them as. What is active and how to name something at one court may be different at another court. Click the Upload from Computer button to choose the correct, signed and text-searchable PDF saved to your computer. Once the document has been uploaded, you will choose what party is filing the documents. Check the box for the correct plaintiff. Do not choose an attorney at this step if it is offered. Next, you will click the Refers to drop-down to choose which opposing party this filing is regarding. Click the checkboxes for both defendants, in this example. Check the lead document box, if this document is in fact the lead document in this filing. You can now search for and upload any additional documents you may need to eFile for this case by following the previous steps again. Pick from List will give you a drop-down of all the available documents for this file type. As you can see here, this is an alternative way to choose your document type name. We uploaded some exhibits to the filing using the previous steps as we did before. All courts require that the documents you eFile be text searchable. Our system will attempt to convert them into a text searchable format and is successful about 90% of the time. Most small documents convert with no issues, but larger filings may fall into the 10% that don't convert. Now click the Next button to move on to the next tab. As you can see, your court fees have been calculated by the system. Confirm that the filing fee is correct. If it is not, you likely selected the wrong document type and name. You will need to go back and fix that before moving forward. The e-court transaction fee is the court's credit card processing fee that their provider charges, and the EFM fees is the electronic filing management fee that funds the court's filing system and website. These fees will vary from court to court. Check the box authorizing D&R to pay the court fees. Proceed by clicking on the Next button. Now we are back to entering the service of process information for after the documents are filed. Click on the first defendant's name to open the address line. Enter the address and make sure to choose and confirm it through the Google Address Checker. This window will pop up if Google believes this address will have an apartment or suite number, and also if it is a business address, so you can provide the company name. If you place the unit number in the street address already, do not provide it again. If you are not expecting this address to have a unit number or a company name, this is a warning your address may be a bad address. Double check it before moving forward. Click the OK button to continue to the next step. Click on the next defendant's name. As you can see, the address has been pre-populated because we chose, way back at the beginning, that both defendants were at the same address. If they were not at the same address, you would enter the second defendant's address now following the previous steps. You can enter any special instructions for the second defendant here. Please keep it brief, this takes up a lot of room on the server's work order. A description should look like this. Please provide as much information as possible to help us serve your documents. You can always email us additional information and pictures at orders@drlegalprocess.com. We will now go back to the first defendant's information and enter the first defendant's special instructions. Once all of your defendant's special instructions have been entered, click on the Next button. Here is an example and a summary of the eFiling court fees and costs. Next, click on the first defendant's process serving order. Now you can choose what service level you want the documents attempted as, after they are filed with the court: on demand, urgent, priority, routine, standard. Here you will see the fee summary for the first defendant's process serving order. The payment processing fee is 50 cents for payment by ACH or 3% of the total invoice amount for payment by credit card. Now we will click on defendant number 2's process serving order. And now choose their process serving level after the documents have been filed and see their fee summary too. Who receives email notifications as the assignments proceed through the process are found here. The person placing the order is defaulted to receiving status on the assignments. If you click the plus sign, you can add additional users to receive an email status. Now check the box for all the users that you want to receive status on these orders. Send it to everyone or only the one person who needs to know about it. You choose. Enter your internal reference number, billing code or other party's name here. This will show up in the status emails. Finally, click the Submit button to place the orders. You will now see your order confirmation, with the order numbers that will now be inside your account. You can click on the Back to Manage Cases button to go to that section in your account. Or click on the logo to take you back to the home page. This is your Manage Cases section. And this is your home page. As you can see, your filing and services are now listed under the Recent Order and Recent Cases sections. And you now have 1 Manage Cases and 3 pending orders. If you click on the Pending Orders tab, you will find your 3 orders here and can access each one separately by clicking on the green plus sign to open each order. Thank you for learning how to e-file a plaintiff's claim and order to go to small claims court and process serving orders at the same time. Please access your account through our website at drlegalprocess.com.